you'll discover that it's the unwillingness of your common sense that's not going to want to do things that the universe is asking you to do. You have to understand, God creates beautiful things that people destroy. God gets it right every time. Human beings always get it wrong. When God creates a divine plan, it's up to you to have the trust, the knowing that it will work out no matter what the universe is asking of you. And that you have to have a willingness to want to just proceed without any caution or assigning it a negative energy of doubt or uncertainty. I myself am guilty of this same thing too, many years. Because you see what this experience, this life is showing you, and then God's asking you, to get in that truck and drive to another state, and trust me, everything will work out when you get there. Even though you don't have a place to stay, you might not have any money. And your mind is like, no way. So in that instance, what do? Your mind is saying no, your soul is saying yes, and your heart is saying it's up to you. So that's the reason why people are struggling with dilemmas and conflict. Because they would just naturally rather go get a job, pay the bills, and just be safe. But that's not the divine plan that God has for you. The universe creates beautiful things that people destroy all the time, and the universal plan for your life is no different. The earth is a prime example. Look what human beings have done to this place. So it's in the nature of human beings to destroy everything that the universe is doing for them. And the divine plan is no different. I myself, of course, have been guilty of this. I'm not trying to make myself exempt from this because I am not. Most certainly I am not. That's the whole premise of my channel. No BS, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. No BS. I'm just as imperfect as you are. Absolutely. After all, that's the reason why you are watching this video. Because like I said, energies always recognize each other. And hopefully that you can get something beneficial from this, from my experiences, from my connection to my universe, my truth. That is not the truth. It's just my truth. That's what my whole channel is built on. And I'll say it again and again. But it is your unwillingness to put your faith into something that you don't trust. Because it's scary to say, yeah, just do this and don't worry about it. It'll work out. Even knowing that when you get there, there's nothing established yet for you to say for you to give any kind of sense of an inner knowing that you can be okay when you get there. There's no definitive proof of that being a reality is what I'm saying. When the universe says, trust me, when you get there, it'll be great. Your mind's like, well, there's no definitive proof that you can show me that makes that clearly evident as an undeniable reality. So I'm not going to put my faith in something that I don't trust because I can't see it and nothing has been established for me yet to even find a place to go when I get there. But you're asking me to get into a car and drive way off, many miles away, and I don't have anything established. So when I get there, I don't have a place to stay and I'll wind up being homeless and all my stuff will be in the street. And I don't have any type of established income when I get there. And this happens all the time. Look at all the people go out to Hollywood with dreams of stardom and glory, and look what happens to them. All their plans are all dashed because of something called the system that runs contrary to their dreams and aspirations, unfortunately. And that's what you have to contend with in this life. Your dreams can be all these amazing things, but then all of a sudden, once you put it into the mix of this system, it just gets chopped up like a meat grinder. And then you wonder why people are so jaded, bitter, and cynical and doubtful. Because they've been conditioned to be that way, because the physical experience keeps continually validating this for them, that it isn't worth their time to invest in the universe in something they can't see and something that they probably don't trust. So that's why they go with what they know, and that's always money and safety and shelter. And in a lot of instances, you can't blame them because even the most well-contrived plan doesn't work out. No matter how well you want it to work out, there's always something out there that you're unaware of that's working against you. So what do? You just do what you feel is best for you. That's why I don't tell people what to do. I don't give advice. I'm not in a position to do that. I just make suggestions and I just open my connection to what I call the universe, to this channel, and hopefully you can get something great from it. That's the whole premise of why I do these videos. I'm not getting paid for this, and I'm not asking you for money. Never have, never will. Absolutely not. But what I do intend on doing later on with this channel is that Once I'm in a different place, not only just geographically, but also in other ways in my life, I'm going to have this channel where I show you how easy it is to affect change in the lives of other people, because my greatest gratification comes from helping those less fortunate than myself. It's the truest nature of my heart and soul, and the reason why God put me on this planet in the first place. So what I'm going to do is, once I get to where I'm going to go, I'm going to just start showing you feeding homeless people, and then my thing is to get land and put them in facilities and get them off the street, give them hope, give them a semblance of hope, so they can get on their feet and establish themselves, and do something amazing with their lives, because everybody deserves to be loved. It isn't reserved for a small few with a nine figure bank account. That's nonsense. We're all loved by God. We just have to love ourselves equal. But when it comes to these types of divine plans, I totally get it. Sometimes I'm asked to do things by the universe that I'm like, no way. Just in all practicality and common sense, prudence, pragmatism, logic, you know, dictates no. You know, that's the mind. That's the over analytical, figurative mind. That's the logical thinking mind. So you have to, like, where in and amongst all of this do I find that thread of balance and not a thread of lunacy? And that's the conundrum. That's really up to you to make that decision in which direction you want to place your energy and your knowing, your faith. Like they say, walk by faith, not by sight. That's exactly what the universe is asking.